Thank you very much. Let me thank all of the witnesses. There was a comment, a critique, Professor Myers, of your conclusions regarding the causal effect between reproductive care restrictions and the economy, and specifically the appropriate conclusions to be drawn from the Turnaway study. You have not had a chance to respond to that. I think in fairness, I should give you a chance to respond to that if you would care to.
I would. Thank you, Chairman Whitehouse. I'd like to return to that. So I want to say, first of all, very clearly that most of the evidence that I present and share in my testimony is not from the Turnaway study. There's ample evidence from multiple independent research teams using different natural experiments to isolate and measure the effects of abortion access. So we're not just talking about the Turnaway study by any means. But when we are talking about the Turnaway study, that evidence is causal. And to illustrate, one of the most important studies to come out of that research project, and I want to be clear, it's not mine, this is another team, took people who were in the Turnaway study. They were seeking abortions, arriving at providers, and some of them were finding out that they were just past the gestational age limit to receive the abortion that they wanted, and they were turned away. And others were just under it and received that abortion.
Hence the name of the study.
Hence the name of the study. And the researchers connected all of these people to their Experian credit reports, and they followed what their credit reports looked like for months, years before this pivotal event in their lives. And the two groups trended incredibly similarly. They look really, really similar right up until the moment that this happens to them. And that's when there's this incredible divergence. And all of a sudden, the people who are turned away have this enormous increase in adverse credit events. I don't think a reasonable person can look in that evidence and say, that's just a correlation, something else happened that day that caused their credit to fall off a cliff.
All right, well, thank you for that response. Thank you all for your testimony here today. I know that Mrs. Phillips, this was particularly difficult for you, and one of our colleagues made it even more difficult, and I apologize for that, but I thank you very much for being here. The record will remain open in case anybody wishes to add anything for another week. But with that, this hearing is concluded.